I'm Julie from the Happy Body Project, and I wanted to chat to you today about diastasis recti. So diastasis recti is defined as the separation of the abdominal muscles, generally caused during pregnancy, because if you imagine your six-pack muscles, your rectus abdominis, during your pregnancy, as the baby grows, the belly muscles move further and further apart. They have this connective sheath between the middle, but the muscles move outwards to allow room for the baby to grow. And then postnatally, the muscles should gently knit back together, and that midline down the middle here should start to just firm up and create a little more tension. It doesn't always work quite like that, so we want to keep an eye on it, and we want to just have a little feel of what's going on with the belly before we develop into a kind of exercise routine. So I'm going to show you today how to do a diastasis recti check. So you're going to lie down safely on your back. With diastasis recti, until we know whether your belly has got this beautiful connection or not, we always advise to roll down safely. So that would mean lying down on your side and then rolling over, rather than crunching down. So what we actually do is, whilst you relax, is just have a feel of the belly. So we're just going to start to work up and down the belly. So starting to recognise down here towards the pubic bone, all the way up here towards the bottom of the chest bone. They're the 2 points where the belly where the tummy muscles attach. What I'd like you to do then is take a little crunch up. We're going to take a little lift, and we're going to feel along that midline of the belly. So your hands, literally in your crunch position, are going to feel all the way down this midline. And what we're feeling for is a gap. And whether there's a big gap, little gap, a firm gap, or a soft gap. So if you relax out of your crunch for a minute, and I'll tell you what it is that you're going to be looking for. So we should have our two sides of our abdominal wall like so, and there will be a little valley in the middle, a little softer bit, so you should feel two slightly different tensions. One, the tension of the abdominal muscles, that's your muscle, so that should feel quite firm. Even if, I know we recently had a baby, it's perhaps not feeling as firm as it did, there should still feel like a difference between the belly and the middle line here. As we push down onto that middle line, we don't want to push hard, but just have a little feel along that line. And what we want to feel is it's almost pushing back up against us. I like to describe it as it feels a little bit like this part of your thumb. Occasionally though, that midline won't have connected quite as well as we'd like it to, and it will feel more like this gap here in the finger. So we end up with this sort of softness in the middle. So have a little feel. We're looking for the two sides of the belly and a gap down the middle. Have a feel down the gap. There's two different things that we're looking for, is the width of the gap and how firm it is. So you might have a slightly wider gap that's really quite firm, but you might have a narrower gap that's really quite soft. So either way, we know that in both those situations, we want to do a little bit of core connection work before we progress with what I would class as typical exercise or typical core work. So have a little feel, and if you're not sure, then get in touch with us. Everyone here at Happy Body Project is trained to deal with diastasis recti and these sort of core issues following birth. So get in touch and we can help. Whenever you come to one of our classes, or if you have a one-to-one with myself or my team, then we will always do a check on your tummy anyway, just so that we can feel confident knowing that you are doing the right exercises for the right stage of your postnatal recovery. So I hope that helps, and like I say, get in touch if we can. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see videos popping up of exercises to avoid if you have a diastasis recti. You'll also see videos for exercises to try and do with diastasis recti. So keep an eye out for those. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It never is with exercise, is it? So do have a look, but as I say, get in touch if we can help. Right. Good luck with the testing, and shout if you get stuck.